she does. It's not fair. It's not right. We get when you're trying to build a brand and you're trying to have a hot show and you're trying to have a topic that somebody can come over to your show and watch more so than the others. We get that, but not at the expense of somebody else's pain. It's like, cut it out. And especially when stuff ain't true and you don't even know if it's true. You just making up stuff. So maybe this, and hopefully this is a lesson for her as well, that she can just pull back and say, you know what, I can be entertaining without being so hurtful and so mean. Just hopefully, sister, that you'll take a page out of this notebook here that's been written in your history, and you'll be able to say, you know what, my bad, but let me continue my show and let me uplift and let me do something different.
Hi, guys. I just wanted to come and touch on all this Tasha K talk. So I don't know. I'm assuming it's a good thing for her that people are still talking, right? But people are wanting to create reports about her losing subs. And if you are familiar with Tasha, you know she has lost subs before. Um, she lost, what, 10 to 15, close to 15,000 around that whole Jaguar Wright interview. I remember that happened. So, and that happens to all of us. I mean, people will stop subbing your channel and other people will discover you. And so when she moves on to the next story about whomever, people who were not aware of her will find out about her based on that story. And then they will sign up for her channel. So she will get the subs back at some point. We all understand there's more than 1 million people in the world. So I wouldn't show that much concern about the subs like that. It hasn't dropped drastically, first of all. She only lost 2 or 3, some thousands, in the thousands. And for her channel, that's nothing, right? Um, so yeah, like I said, when she moves to the next, like when she dropped that interview about Akbar, she's going to hit a different demographic. So people may come to her channel that have never come to her channel before. I think she has the one of the cast from Growing Up Hip Hop on there today, on her Friday interview, and so she's going to probably hit those numbers. Some of them back, and as time goes on, she will get back, if not over. People shouldn't worry about that unless it drops drastically. Now, there are people who are trying to get our channel taken down altogether. Some people just doing too much, because, like I said, people trying to call people evil while they're acting in an evil manner themselves, right? Like people trying to call people liars while they're sitting out telling lies. So I digress. I can and cannot, okay, and I won't. But then I wanted to touch on this whole story from Queens of Hip Hop, is what, not Queens of Hip Hop, Queens of Cocktails, child, whatever they called. Queens of Hip Hop. They're not the Queens of Hip Hop. Yeah, so they, of course, touched on the story. And then, now I know Tasha has said some things about Lisa Ray. I don't think that she's said much about those other women. But I just was kind of listening to them with a side eye. One of them, I'm not going to name names, but she just seems uninformed anyway. She's just there. Um, and then Claudia, I just kind of got a side eye on because if people that are familiar with her and familiar with her over X amount of years, if you guys remember her from that Jamie Foxx show, and even after, I guess she called herself trying to become a comedian, she was saying some very, some stuff, and I won't go deep off and tell a long story on her. There are some other YouTubers who have covered her in the past, and you probably can go to their videos and see what I'm talking about. I just feel like she was saying that somebody in the comments said that Cardi was the wrong messenger. And Claudia is the wrong messenger as well, because Claudia, you are Tasha K. You have been extremely insensitive. It says racially charged, laced things as well. And simply because you're biracial do not give you the some badge or a right to say racist things and disrespectful things, in particular because you were not raised in our community. And so, yeah, you're not. We don't want to hear from you either. Like, no, ma'am. You are Tasha, and if you think that people should give you grace as they have, you continue to get hired anyway, even though people know who you are, then people should be able to give Tasha that same grace. And so you're a good example in that way. But everything else, don't nobody want to hear it, because if that guy was going after you, he's probably going after you because of some of that stuff that you were saying, that you were putting out here. And people seem to think that they have a right to act a certain way towards people, but then people don't. People should not have the right to come back on you in those same ways. And just like people can give you grace and expect growth from you, I think that we can give Tasha that same as well. Now, people out here saying all kind of stuff, child. The Wiley Show was talking about she has liability insurance. I didn't even know that existed, but there is such a thing for businesses, for media people. Let me say that way. I knew liability insurance existed, but for the media, she may have that, but it says clearly in the statement that I was reading that you cannot go out and commit defamation or slander intentionally. And so she may have to prove to her insurance that she did not do the things that she was accused of intentionally before they would allow her to use that policy. And it says that she may have something else that I don't know about, because like I said, I didn't even know this was out there. But yeah, so the Wiley Show, Wiley was talking about that on his show. And then the last thing I think I heard was Funky Dineva was saying that she don't have that type of money. So people were turned off because they felt like she should just be apologizing or just not saying anything at all. She is handling it the way she chooses to handle it. I'm not in a position to tell anybody what to do. She do whatever it is she thinks is best for her. And in her mind, she may have the reasons for doing things the way she's doing them. I don't know. But I do think that she needs to clear up the stuff that Dennis and Choke was putting out here, because I don't think that they were telling us the full story. And some people running with the stuff that they were saying, even knowing that they did not have a good relationship with Tasha going into that. And there's another lady as well. So according to her, and I didn't write her name down, but she said there was like 6 people who were going into the court room every day. And the lead attorney, I think she said, went in a couple of times. So there were people that went in to listen in. And even her, she was saying things completely different from the video that I was watching from last Friday. Completely different than what Choke was saying. And so that's what I'm saying. They were telling things they were tilted in the way they were reporting whatever it is that or whatever y'all want to call it. They both have issues with Tasha, and that's how they came off in their reporting. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this stuff that's going on. My whole point with that is that people should refrain from calling people out of their name, or you think people are supporting Tasha. I think that this was something, that could have been avoided, but nobody was really innocent in that, to be honest. People have it's videos out here where people are already saying that about Cardi, that she should have not even responded to Tasha in the first place. I'm not the first person to say that, okay? She shouldn't have responded to her in the first place. And then it just turned into this whole big mess. The lady was making money off of it, so that's why she didn't want to stop. That's it, and that's all. Do that make it right? No. But Claudia's sitting out here making racially charged jokes and saying all kind of racist stuff wasn't right either, and people still giving her jobs. Cardi calling some woman's dead child a monkey wasn't right either, but people still giving her jobs. So we gonna cut the crap on Tasha, and then they even put a video out here letting you guys know that it was not a true story anyway. That leaked phone call let you guys know that when she said that lady had herpes, or her friend came on there saying that she had herpes, that it was not true. Okay, so that's it, and that's all. Let me know what you guys think about all these stories in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.